Hi and welcome back to Nomad Railway. It's Sunday morning and we're in the garage. Now I come across some card. Now I don't know where I got it. I'm not sure what it was, what was part of packaging or what. But it's, I think, 2mm and it's quite flexible. And I thought the best idea for it would be to make up the retaining walls around the layout. And as I say, it's quite flexible, so it can do curves quite nicely as well. And that would go right round to there, no problems. So I'm thinking brick wall for that. I had thought about enclosed viaducts with little garages or repair places in them. And then when I got round to here, it's really not quite tall enough. So I'm going to have to raise the lower level a fraction along there to get them to fit in. That one would be just an ideal length to go along there, and it just has that wee bit extra height that it can be the wall section at that track. Now, I had thought about all the way along, but as you can see, there's a station platform there. I think what I'm going to have to do is build a thinner platform to go there. So we'll take this out the road, take the platform out the road, just put it there for a while. Yep, and then just bring the wall all the way down there. This is a box of card kits from a year or so ago, and that's a load from Scale Model Scenery. Use them quite a lot. They've got some really lovely 3D laser cut. That's from Scale Model Scenery. And that's 3D Plus. Now 3D Plus I've used quite a bit, and that is, where are they? That's their houses that I've bought. Now I bought 4 of them in lots of 2 and 2, and scratch built to be very similar. In fact, I must have bought 6 of them, because there's the chassis, there's the frames of some of the others, and with the scaffolding as well. So that's engine shed parts. Right, so I've picked up the wrong box. So I'm going to leave that to dry. It's very quick drying actually. Difficult to move some of the panels around. The bottom part, I'll put some grass, etc. along there, just to maybe hide any of the white that's coming through. And there will be, at these sections, there'll be trusses going up here. So that will probably be tomorrow. So to make up the buttresses, I took 5 pieces of card, on this occasion cut from a cornflakes packet, other cereals are available, and glued the 5 pieces of card together and wrapped them in a Railway Scenic stone paper which I had downloaded from their website and printed off. $1.99 for a download, and you can print off as many times as you want for the rest of your life. It's the same with the Railway Scenic's buildings. Print off as many times as you need for the one-off payment. So the first section of the retaining wall is finished. I've just got to do the bits on top, and so far it comes round to there. Now I had a wee panic because I had run out of the the Metcalf M0050 stone sheets. These I found in my box, and they've been in the box for quite a few years. And I was making the buttresses up, as you saw earlier in the video, and I couldn't find enough stone paper to do them. So the nearest I could find in the scale scenes downloadable was this one. If I zoom in a wee bit further, which is a bit lighter but matches in quite well. I think I'll weather it down a wee bit, and that hopefully will bring it closer. But checking on eBay, I managed to find this. And it was a full pack, although the pack had been opened, of 8 stone sheets and 1 roof tiles. So that should give me enough to finish off the wall round to the viaduct, and then from the viaduct down the other end, passing by the back of the local shed. Whilst rummaging through the loft, I came across these Metcalf buildings that I made a couple of years ago. So I thought I'd give them some lights. I also had a few sets of old Christmas tree lights which had some faulty strings in them. So I stripped them back and tested each one with a 3.6 volt battery. I managed to get a couple of hundred LEDs and bulbs for nothing. So plenty left for future use. happy with the layout as it was. I've taken up all the track from this side, which was the goods yard. Upper level, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with at the moment. Move the engine shed to being straight on instead of an angle, and then I'm going to have four lanes running round there. We've got two new boards. Instead of using the module boards for the club layout, I've got two new long boards which will be in permanently, and they will then meet up with this bridge here, which will be hinged so I can get in and out the middle. So again, it will be a roundy, but I'm going to have some more curves on the boards rather than just straight up and down. So we now have 4 tracks on the board, one up slow, one up fast, one down fast and one down slow. The buildings are just laid on the board to get an idea of where things might go. I promise not to leave it so long between videos. It's got to be several months since my last one. If you've not yet subscribed, please do so. It costs nothing and it helps out algorithms. Also hit the like button, share and leave a comment. I'll see you next time.